It's been actually probably a week to 2 weeks because it started raining, which is unbelievable. And so welcome back. We're gonna get back after it today. And I'm gonna pan over here and you can see the wheat behind me. It's turning gold. It's not ready to cut yet, but probably in a couple weeks we'll be ready. See behind me the sprayer, and that is what we are gonna be using today is the sprayer. And we're going to actually put some nitrogen fertilizer on our dryland corn. We put some out there ahead of time, but since it's rained, the corn has a lot more potential now. So we're gonna put some more so that it's got enough to reach its potential and do what we need it to do to make some money. So we're gonna do that today, and we'll take you along. What we actually do is put these hoses on the sprayer nozzles, and what it'll do is the fertilizer will go down that hose and it drags right down the middle of the row so the fertilizer doesn't burn the corn, and it works really, really well. And so excited to get that done. Got about 220 acres to do. We'll take you along with it. You can see we're getting fueled up. Got to rinse the sprayer, put the hoses on, and then we will fill up with fertilizer and go get it. It'll probably take, on that 220 acres, probably take around 3,400 gallons of fertilizer. So hope you guys are having a great summer. So grateful for the rain. All the corn and everything I'll show probably later in this video. It is looking beautiful, and the soybeans are all up. Every acre's planted. Just kind of getting ready for wheat harvest. This is kind of the one task before we start cutting wheat. Well, we're headed to the field. I'll get out and kind of show you what we're doing when I test the hoses, but we're rolling. So hopefully 220 acres is fertilized by the end of the day. It'll probably take us all day. It's a Friday, and it's a beautiful Friday for that. And you don't get beautiful Fridays like this in June too often with no wind and about 80 degrees. Just unbelievable. Well, we're here at the field. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. You can see the corn behind me. And so what we're doing is we're going to put fertilizer on. You can see these long hoses. They run between the corn rows. And what comes out the end of them is liquid nitrogen. It's 28% nitrogen. That means 28% of the product is pure nitrogen. And so we're going to try to put around 50 pounds. There's already 150 pounds out here. I'm going to put another 50. And it looks like all of the nozzles have stuff coming out. See, we just popped these hose nozzles on here and shut off every other row is what we did. So these rows won't spray, just fluid will come through, the fertilizer will come through this hose and just lay it on the ground between the corn. And you can see this dryland corn. Actually, in one of the first videos, this was some of the first corn we planted. This is our dryland corn, and you can see it is just looking beautiful. It's about waist tall now. Time to get some more fertilizer on it and hope it rains. So I'll take you along. We'll see. You got to be very good, a very good sprayer operator, which I always say I don't know if I'm very good, but I'm north of okay. I think north of average. Is to stay on the row when corn's this big is a little challenging, but we're gonna get her done today. So here we are. Let's get the fertilizing. Well, we are moving and everything seems to be working okay. Target 15 gallons an acre, and so far it's looking good. The corn really is beautiful. It's really growing after all that rain, and hopefully it just keeps on raining. It could be if it stopped raining. This is a waste of time, but that's what farming is, an act of faith. So you're trying to farm for the best case scenario. Dryland, you don't always, it's the best case scenario for your crops you can't irrigate. But, and if it looks like I'm paying very close attention to the rows, it's because I am. Because you get off the row, you run over corn. It doesn't make Dad, doesn't make Bob, doesn't make anybody happy. So Well, we've sprayed our first tank, and 800 gallons down, about 3 more fills to go. And now we are waiting on the fertilizer. They didn't have enough at the Mount Hope Co-op, so Ethan had to go to the Bentley Co-op to get some fertilizer. We're just using our little 1,000-gallon fertilizer trailer, so he'll just bring me a few loads. Every time he fills, he'll go get me another load. And as I said, I think about 4. It might take a shade over 4, but I think it's going to take about 4 fills to do it, or at least it should. And the load of fertilizer is here. So we'll fill up and get to rolling again. Well, we're filled back up and getting ready to put on another fill, getting about 53 acres out of a fill. And so we're actually going to change from using 28. Co-op's got some 32%, so all that means is I won't have to put as many gallons on per acre. And so we're going again. So the hardest thing about this is staying on the road. And that is not an easy thing. I'm not the only one out here working on a Friday. Here comes the township road grader. It is nice when they do that. Waiting again. Load number 2 down. Load number 3 is on its way. Maybe I see them coming. They're keeping up a little better. Should take 2 more. Just can't get over. The corn is really, it's grown 6 inches in a week. And so hopefully we get a rain tonight, and the fertilizer that I'm putting on, it'll get rained in, and it'll just help this corn grow. And it's kind of unbelievable, but this corn right here, in probably about less than a month, probably in 3 weeks, it'll be tasseling and silking, and so it'll pollinate at that point. Normally, dryland corn like this, that's early maturity, like the 1st of July, maybe even a little before that if we had the right conditions. But so it's growing. It's in its fastest growth phase. Here they come. And here they are back with another load. I think it's going to take more than 2 more. But here they are back with another load. Pulling into position. Making good progress, and should have, I think, 1 more fill. We'll probably do this field, so Ethan's off to get that, and this corn just looks great. And it is pretty amazing how fast this time of year the corn grows. It can literally grow, a couple inches a day at the fastest probably, but for sure 6 inches in a week when it's got the right moisture. And it's like when they always say when it's hot, humid, like probably like 85, humid during the day and plenty of moisture, the old timers would always say that you can watch the corn grow, and you about can watch it grow. And this stuff is looking really well good. So hopefully these rains come like they're talking, and you know, as that song says, I know I've said it before, rain makes corn. Fertilizer also makes corn though. And so that's why we're out here doing, giving the plant all the food and everything that it needs to go off of. I think it's coming back a little bit too. I was a little rusty. I haven't done this for a couple years. Driving in corn that's this tall and getting in the row right where you're not running over more corn than you have to. You obviously have to run over some on the ends when you are turning around, but other than that, you can really scoot around pretty good and stay between the rows. So I think it's kind of coming back to me. It's not exactly like riding a bicycle. It takes some skill, and you forget how you approach the corners and stuff like that, but it's working pretty well. But we finished the big field that's on the south side of the highway, and now we are actually going to put fertilizer on the very first field that we planted this year, that we planted the corn. And if you remember, if you watched the other videos, this is the field that Lauren rode with me kind of on that first day of planting corn. And so look how big the corn is. I'll put a picture in here where what the field looked like just back on like April 3rd. So it's really grown. So we've got about 46 acres here. Should be able to do it on this fill. So Ethan didn't have to go back, and we'll wrap this up today. Only took me probably about 4 hours to get these two fields done, and a lot of the time was sitting waiting for fertilizer. It goes really fast. We're about to finish this thing up here. I've got about 5 acres left. I'm gonna have plenty of fertilizer. Hopefully this corn gets if it would get about 3 or 4 more inches of rain, it'd make pretty good corn. So, especially if it was spread out. We don't want it all at once, but if whatever you get, right? Turning around here by the highway is kind of an interesting thing. I get to scare people by putting the boom out, and they always think I'm not anywhere close to the highway, but driving by they always think I'm gonna stick the boom out there, and they all kind of freak out and move over and stuff. It's kind of funny, really. It's kind of funny. So we'll finish this up. Then we're going to fire some irrigation up. I'd say sometimes I fire irrigation up. We got some irrigated corn. You got to keep it really wet So what we're gonna do is fire it up. I hope tonight there is a chance of rain. I hope I have to go turn it off after we get it going, but we got to get it started, make sure everything works, and that corn needs as much water as possible. So it's kicking up. It's going to get real busy. As wheat harvest starts, I'll actually take some vacations. I'll take a week and a half of vacation and help cut wheat. We'll double crop, plant soybeans back into all the wheat stubble, and lots of spraying, just lots of action. It'll be pretty fun. And the wheat cutting will not be as fun just because the wheat's not all that good, but you know, time in a combine's good. I think the irrigated wheat that you've seen me irrigate, it's gonna actually be pretty decent. So we'll look forward to that here in the next couple weeks. And my last little strip here, and just like that, we're done. So I just got done, as you can see, and looks like a little rain shower popping up over there. We got done just in time. So a rain would be wonderful on freshly applied fertilizer. Nothing better than that. I'm starting to pivot up, and it's raining over there, but we're gonna see if we can make it rain. So we've got it going. I'm gonna send it. I hope I can shut it off pretty soon. That would be great. Well, guess what? Praying for a rain last night, and it rained. It's starting to stay a little wetter, and we actually have a chance of rain tonight. So that's gonna wrap up this video. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Hope you enjoy coming along with us. It's going to get way more exciting when we get the combine out and we get to cutting wheat and things. We'll see what the summer brings. It's going to get busy, though. Here the end of June, it is a crazy time, and I'll be taking vacation, so I'll be making videos almost every day as we're out. Follow along with harvest, and harvest is always the best time of the year. Even when it's not great, it's still pretty amazing. So hope you all have a great day. Enjoy the moisture. I hope you're enjoying the moisture. So have a great day. We'll check you next time.